Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world. Today, we're diving into a report from Pure Cycle Corporation, a company that's making waves in the water and wastewater business. Prepare to see if they're swimming or sinking. The report we are looking at is called an 8K, also known as a current report, filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, on April 9, 2025. Companies use this form to announce major events that could be important to investors. So let's dive in and see what Pure Cycle has to say. This report is about their financial results for the last 3 and 6 months ending in February. This is not a full yearly report, so we will only get a snapshot of how they are doing. A press release was issued announcing their financial state, and a presentation with more details was posted on their website. Let's take a look. Before we get into the numbers, note that Pure Cycle Corporation trades on the Nasdaq stock market under the ticker symbol PCO. This means you can buy and sell their shares if you are interested in owning a piece of the company. The report includes a press release and an earnings presentation as exhibits, which give us more details about their performance. It's like getting the highlight reel and the expanded director's cut all in one package. This document was signed by Mark S. Speziali, Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of Pure Cycle Corporation, which means he is responsible for the accuracy of this report. Basically, his name is on the line. Now let's get into the fun part, the numbers and what they mean. Remember, since this is not their complete financial picture, we will focus on what they have presented here. Pure Cycle published an earnings presentation summarizing their operations and financial results on April 10, 2025. I would suggest that if you are really interested, go read this presentation on their website. I'm going to summarize for you the salient points. The earnings presentation talks about their financial state, water resource status, and strategic plans. It looks like they are trying to paint a picture of a company that is growing and investing in its future. I'm not going to bore you with all the details in the presentation, but let's focus on a few highlights. In the presentation, the company summarizes their results in financial terms. First, revenues. For the 3 months ended February 28, 2025, their revenue was $7.8 million. For the 6 months ended February 28, 2025, their revenue was $16.4 million. These are important numbers because they show how much money the company is bringing in from its operations. Let's move on to net income. For the 3 months ended February 28, 2025, their net income was $2.8 million. For the 6 months ended February 28, 2025, their net income was $4.5 million. This is the profit they actually get to keep after all expenses are paid. Next, diluted net income per share, which is a bit of a mouthful, but basically it is the profit that each share of stock earns. For the 3 months ended February 28, 2025, this was $0.118 per share. This number helps investors understand how profitable the company is on a per share basis. Finally, let's look at their cash. As of February 28, 2025, they had $28.8 million in cash and restricted cash. This is the amount of money they have readily available. Having a good cash balance is crucial, especially for growing companies, as it allows them to invest in new projects or weather any unexpected storms. Pure Cycle's earnings presentation also discusses their water resource status. They say they control approximately 23,000 acre-feet of dedicated water supply. An acre-foot is the amount of water it takes to cover an acre of land with 1 foot of water. Owning this much water is essential for their operations and future growth. According to their presentation, Pure Cycle sees opportunities for water and wastewater services in the Denver metropolitan area. This could mean expanding their services to more communities and growing their customer base. So now let's step back and put all of this into perspective. What does it all mean? Pure Cycle seems to be in a decent spot. Their revenue and net income look positive, and they have a good amount of cash on hand. Plus, they have plenty of water resources, which is obviously critical for a water and wastewater company. But there are still risks. The water and wastewater industry can be heavily regulated, and any changes in regulations could impact their business. Also, they are expanding in a competitive market, so they will need to stay on their toes to win over new customers. Overall, Pure Cycle appears to be on a growth track with significant resources. However, like any company, they face challenges and must navigate the market carefully. So that is Pure Cycle's recent financial snapshot. What do you think about Pure Cycle's prospects? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more corporate deep dives, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss our next video. Until next time, stay informed and keep decoding.